Hey, beautiful people of the internet, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome back to some Warframe. In today's video, I'm going to be showing guys how to pre-prepare for the upcoming Prime Warframe, or any upcoming Prime Warframe. Now keep in mind that you guys can use this guide to go and pre-prepare for Nidus. Now for those of you who've been living under a rock, basically TennoCon happened, and during this event Nidus has been confirmed to be our next Prime Warframe. However, we do not know exactly when this update will be released. We just know that it should be coming out towards the end of 2021, or the last quarter of 2021. But before I continue with the video any further, let's quickly talk about our merch. So I have an online merch store. Guys, we are selling caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and a whole bunch of extra stuff. If you would like to support me or the channel further, go and buy some merch, and don't forget to tag me on my personal Instagram account at OneManArmyYigit or at OneManArmyYigit_merch, and we'll definitely do some shouts. And don't forget to spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. Without further ado, let's get this guide on the road, shall we? Alright, so the first thing you need to do is go up to this console and then interact with it. Here you'll see 6 different syndicates or factions. Now your goal right here is to pick one and support their allies, and then on top of that you should technically get yourself a neutral syndicate or faction. So let me give you guys an example. When I first started Warframe, I decided to support the parent sequence. When I did that, I noticed that hey, their ally is New Loka. So what you want to do is rather support that particular syndicate and their allies, because it makes your life so much easier. I do know there's a bit of a trick to this, like you can basically have like more than 4 syndicates supporting you, or you can support 4 syndicates, but that's a bit of a headache. I'm pretty happy with 3 different syndicates. So as you guys can see, it says here that if I support New Loka, sorry, the parent sequence, what's going to happen is New Loka will also gain some XP. So let me explain to you guys how this works. So when it comes to doing some syndicate, or when it comes to grinding for syndicate standing, you basically have to do these syndicate exclusive missions. Now let's say that this syndicate exclusive mission, when I complete it, I get about 4,000 standing from that. So what this means is that 50% of that 4,000 will then be taken and added to New Loka, because New Loka is parent sequence's ally. I hope that makes sense. Now the nice thing is that Red Veil is on equal terms with parent sequence and New Loka. So in other words, Red Veil does not like me, nor do they hate me. It's just equal terms, and it's just there. So what you guys can do is you can then go and upgrade or increase your standing with the parent sequence or Red Veil. When you decide on exactly who you want to support and all that, next thing you need to do is to go and make sure that your chosen syndicates become rank 5 or maxed out at rank 5. So for instance, as you guys can see, it is a 5 right here. This means that I am max level or level 5 with New Loka. The same can be said with parent sequence. However, with the Red Veil, I still am rank 0. Basically, I'm neutral. Now, what you want to do is once you've hit rank 5, you then want to go and grind out 132,000 standing. So let me use the parent sequence as an example. As you guys can see, it says here that I have 29,600 standing for the parent sequence out of 132,000. You then want to go and grind out your standing. Once you've grinded out 132,000 for each of your syndicates or your chosen syndicates, you then want to keep that and don't spend it until Nidus Prime does get released. So you want to view the syndicates offering by left clicking and then clicking on view offerings. Here you'll see a list of a whole bunch of stuff that they offer. When Nidus Prime has been released, you then want to cash in on everything and go and open up these relic packs. I want to stress this out as much as possible. Do not open up these relics until Nidus Prime has been released. I repeat this again, wait until Nidus Prime has been released, then cash in. Now when it comes to the actual standing itself, here's what you need to do. So once you've done all that, go up to your navigation like so, and then click on this symbol right here. Now ignore the Sanctuary Onslaught, that's not really that important, but as you guys can see, whoever you've partnered up with, you'll then have access to their exclusive missions. So in this case, I've got New Loka and I've got parent sequence. So like I said, let's say I do this interception for New Loka, and you can see that I get 5,120 standing. Now remember that 50% rule or something? Yeah, so that basically means that when I complete this mission, 50% of that 5,120 will then be put onto their partners. So in this case, I'll gain 50% of that 5,000 into the parent sequence, because you know these two are allies with one another, and that's all you do. Now the next thing that you can do in terms of preparation is to go to the market and buy yourself a few Forma. This is assuming that you guys have a lot of platinum to go and burn, but if you guys ask me, this is probably the best bundle for its worth. You pay 35 platinum and you get 3 built Forma. That is probably the best deal ever. In fact, that is so much better than just buying one Forma, because I mean, look at that. One Forma will cost you 20 platinum, one built Forma. But if you spend 15 platinum more, you get 2 additional Forma. So this is entirely up to you. You don't have to do this part. If you have a lot of platinum or you've bought platinum, then this is one way. If you guys still want Forma but you don't want to spend the bundle or platinum, what I recommend you guys do is go into some fishers, low level fishers, put on some relics where, you know, intact relics where the Forma blueprints are guaranteed, and farm a few and always take the Forma. So that's entirely up to you. You can either spend the platinum on 3 bundles or you can just build them passively in the background. Just log in, build it, log off. That's what I usually do if I just want a lot of Forma, or I just build it first and then I do what I want to do in Warframe. Now the next thing that I recommend you guys go and get is an Orokin catalyst. So once again, clear out your search. In the search bar type an Orokin space, and then here is what I'm talking about. There's the Orokin catalyst and then there's the Orokin reactor, which costs you 20 platinum each. These are built so you can immediately use them. So here's what they do. So the Orokin catalyst basically doubles your mod capacity for your weapons. This includes melee weapons, primaries and secondaries, as well as, well, read the description and it'll tell you exactly what it works, but it's just for your weapons only. Now this basically means that your weapons are a lot more powerful, can hold more mods, giving you a lot more damage output. The same can be said with the Orokin reactor, except it is for your Warframes or your companions or your sentinels. The point is, if you have a character, this is what the Orokin reactor does. It's for your Warframes and stuff. Once again, it doubles your mod capacity. Definitely worth getting. I know it's a bit pricey compared to the Forma bundle, but these things are extremely important. Especially if you guys are new to Warframe or just started, you get that free 50 platinum, which is, once again, it is non-tradable, so you have to like buy things for yourself. And I do recommend either Orokin reactors. I wouldn't say catalyst that much, because you know you're always going to be switching to, the meta always changes or your favorite weapon does change, but I do recommend rather go and buy yourself an Orokin reactor, because you know it can be used for a Warframe and then weapon slots, etc, etc. But Orokin reactor is definitely, an Orokin reactor and Orokin catalyst are the 2 important things I recommend you guys get, because when a new prime Warframe does get released, you'll definitely have Nidus and his prime weapons. So yeah, sometimes you can also include a sentinel, who knows. We don't know enough detail about what it's going to be or his weapons. We just know that Nidus Prime is coming. Another tip that I recommend that you guys do is to go and stack up your platinum, that being the stuff right here. Now whether you buy it or you go and grind it. By the way, if you guys do not know how to grind for platinum, don't worry, I've got you guys covered. I'll leave a link down in the description of 2 of my videos that tell you guys exactly how to make platinum, and I'll suggest the latest one at the top right. Now do keep in mind that the first platinum making video is quite old, is not as high quality as it is today, but let me tell you guys, I tell you guys exactly how to do it. I recommend go and watch both of them, because you know, get more information, know exactly how it works, and you guys know the saying, knowledge is power. The reason why I tell you guys to go and stack is because brand new prime sets are just like cars. They depreciate in value so quick. Stack up your platinum and then wait until Nidus Prime comes out. Then when Nidus Prime has been out for about 2, maybe 3 months, then you start going and buying his parts. So when it comes to building a Warframe, you need 4 components: main blueprint, neuroptic, chassis and systems. Now let's say for argument's sake that Nidus's main blueprint is the rarest part, and common and uncommon is his neuroptics, his chassis and systems. Go and buy his neuroptic, chassis and systems. They should cost you around 10-15 platinum per part, so it's actually very cheap. And then you know, go and grind out for the last part, or you guys can wait for an offer for someone who's selling it for about, you know, 50 or 20 platinum or whatever the price is. That way you guys can like not waste your platinum on a depreciating item. And finally, we have void traces. Now go up to your refinery like so, interact with it. Here you'll see all the relics that you guys have at your disposal. Now let me give you guys an example. Let's say that I want to get the most rarest drop, that being the Atlas Prime of the XE-A9. Now I want to get this helmet, and the best way to do so is to go and radiant your relic. Now what I mean by that is, as you guys can see, I have 120 void traces out of 1300. Now what this is basically, it's a resource that allows you to upgrade the chances of you getting the much better or the much rarer rewards. So let me give you guys an example. So This is level 1 upgrade for your relic. It's called exceptional, and as you guys can see, when I hover over the upgrade, the chances of trying to get the Atlas Prime Neuroptics slightly goes up. Therefore I can spend 25 void traces. But let's say I want to increase my chances even further. Well, guess what? I can. But now I have to spend 50 void traces in order to get that level 2 upgrade. But as you guys can see, the Atlas Prime Neuroptics chances have been increased. Now let's say I want to have an even higher chance. Well, guess what? Now I can radiant it, and it's going to cost me exactly 100 void traces. And as you guys can see, my chances of trying to get Atlas Prime Neuroptics went up significantly. If you want the prime part, or if you want anything that's prime related, open up relics. So because you're going to be dealing with relics, it's highly advised that you have maxed out your inventory, because as you guys can see, I have 1300 in my inventory. So the amount of void traces that you guys can hold in your inventory does scale based off of your mastery. So I'm currently mastery 24. Let me just show you guys that I am. So if you guys are above mastery 24, you should be actually holding more void traces than me. But if you guys are below mastery 24, you will be holding less void traces than me. So yeah, get yourself some void traces. That way you can get your parts almost immediately. And I recommend you guys can either build the Warframe, nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with flexing on the community, or I'll do the smart thing and just sell the prime set, because like I said, it's like a car. It is actually a depreciating asset, so rather just sell it and then just cash in. That way you can have like 200 to 300 platinum, because I guarantee you that wait until Nice Prime has been out for about 1 to 2 months, maybe even more, his price will drop. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys have liked the video or it's genuinely helped you, remember to leave a like, and don't forget to spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. I'ma make like a banana and split.